Hey guys, it's Matt with BleepinJeep.com, and I finally got the zombie Jeep roof rack all finished up. It's going to look really nice once I get it painted and put it on, but before I do, I wanted to show you before I got it up there. It was a little bit too complex to make a how-to video on this entire thing. There were a lot of steps involved, but I thought I would share with you how to bend and notch tubing today. I'm not a professional, so I didn't want to do a complete how-to, but I'll just show you guys what I used to make this roof rack. So before we get started, check out my website, BleepinJeep.com. We've got all the best off-road videos on YouTube, none of the boring stuff. We've got hats and t-shirts like this one, stickers, all kinds of other great stuff. BleepinJeep.com. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, and check out the Facebook page too. Alright, let's get started. Alright, well here it is. I used 1.5 inch tubing for most of it, and 1.25 inch tubing for part of it. Those cross members are 1.25, and everything else on this part is 1.5. I use 16 gauge, so it's really thin. It's lightweight. The heaviest part was actually that grate in the middle there. Made it quite a bit heavier, but it's still not too bad. Up front here, I added some zombie spikes, because this is the zombie Jeep, of course. And then right there, that little piece right there is a slicer and dicer. I've also got this this piece right here that comes down and it goes to the front bumper, so it runs along the A-pillar and then along the hood, goes to the front bumper. So if any tree limbs and stuff come up here, the slicer and dicer will get them. Also, any zombies that manage to get up on the hood, they'll get stabbed and then diced. I used some JCR mounts for the gutter mounts. I cut those a little shorter, and got the cross members. Let's see what else. Oh, if you look from the sides, it's not completely square. It kind of comes in. Can you see that? So the top one is a little bit smaller than the bottom one, which makes it look, well, you can't see the Jeep, but it fits the lines of the Jeep really well, and the front part, the front section too, if you can see that from the side. And then it's really sturdy. I can get up here, I can jump on it, it doesn't move at all. I had to weld every single one of these pieces of the grate down, otherwise it rattled really bad. But now it doesn't make a sound. I'm not sure what the wind's going to sound like going through there, but we'll see. Alright, so I think that's it, I guess. I'll show you in another video later on what it looks like on top, but like I said, I got to get it painted first. But right now I'll show you how to bend a notch. Alright, so here's the tubing notcher that I've got. I've got it set up to use an air over hydraulic jack. And let me show you how it works here. This is your die right here, and there's a little scale on here. Most videos shoot from the opposite side, which is kind of confusing because this is where you need to stand. But anyway, you mark your tube. The hardest part is figuring out where you're going to put the bend, and where the bend needs to be and how much of a degree that's going to make. So then you put that little strap on right there, and then let's see, some people do it different. Some people put the strap on last. I like to put the strap on first, and then put this block back here, and then I like to pull this and put that pin on there. Now that pin holds it so that it'll all separate, and this is where it bends, right around this die right here, and this block holds it the opposite end and lets it slide through and kind of makes a nice bend in there. Like I said, this isn't a how-to video. I'm just showing you guys how I made this roof rack. Anyway, then you take this and you tighten that down. Okay. Now what you want to do is take all the slack out, because there's a little bit of slack in there, so you want to take it and you want to pull it all the way out as far as you can, and then you're going to tighten up your jack. And then you're going to set this dial to 0. That's just a piece of welding wire, and you put it in there and you put it on 0, and every die and tube is going to be different. That's why this has to be bendable right there. So you set that on 0, and then you hit it. Alright, so right there, eventually you'll get to a point where it won't go any further. And then all you have to do, all you gotta do is release it a little bit, take this pin out, and then push it back. This is the hardest part right here, is trying to get that thing pushed back. Okay, then you take that pin, you put it in the next hole in the die there, and then you tighten this again, and then you can keep going. Alright, so I'm at 90 right there, but on a 90-degree bend you've got about 5 degrees of snapback, so we're actually going to go to 95. There we go. Once you get there, we're just going to let it loose again. Push this back, take this pin out, and we can push that all the way back, hit that, pull this out, and then we got to release this. And there you have it, a 90-degree bend. Now let me show you how to notch this. Alright, now the notcher is pretty straightforward, although it is difficult to master, which I have not done yet. But basically, you use this to join two pieces together. When you weld them, you want that to be a snug fit, so you use the notcher to notch that out so it'll fit perfectly. Now if you're just doing a 90, then you just line this up straight. But let's say you want that to be at a 10-degree angle like this. There's a little degree angle finder over here. You set that to 10 degrees. Make sure you get it in there properly. You notch it, and there is some adjustment here. You can move this up or down. Let's say you want to put it to offset to one side like that, or if you want to put it right in the middle, you keep it right in the middle here. Let me let's put this in there and we'll notch it. Now I'm doing 1 1/4 inch onto 1 1/4 inch, so we're going to use actually that's a 1 1/2 inch. Alright, so we're just going to set that in there like that. I'm going to spray a little lube on there, and let's get to it. Safety glasses. Alright, before you weld that on, of course you want to clean that up. But anyway, there is your 10 degree right there. You just weld that up, and it's perfect. Alright guys, so you just repeat that a bunch of times and you end up with one of these. Pretty simple, huh? Don't forget to check out my website, BleepinJeep's.com. We've got all the best off-road videos on YouTube, hats and t-shirts, stickers, muffler bearings, all kinds of great stuff. BleepinJeep.com. Do subscribe to this YouTube channel and check out the Facebook page as well. Leave your comments if you have any or questions below, and we'll see you next time.